Hello and welcome to the course on C Programming Learn to Code series. This is the 26th lecture of Unit 2, and in this lecture we will continue our discussion on increment and decrement operators in C. This is the part 2 of this series, and in part 1 we talked about the two symbol that is used for two operator that is used for increment is called the plus plus operator, and for decrement we are using minus minus operator. So if you remember, this plus plus operator can be appear before the variable, then it is called a prefix, like plus plus a. If I'll write, then this is a prefix operator. Then if you'll write after the variable, means if you write the operator after the variable, then it is called the postfix. Okay, so this is postfix, this is prefix, but both will be both meaning is same, that is a is equal to a plus 1. Means in both the case the compiler will execute it. Whenever it will execute it, it increment the value by 1. But I have already shown you the difference between plus plus a and a plus plus. Similar rule is applicable for decrement operators also, so no need to discuss all these things. But here I want to recall you that whenever prefix is written, suppose if I will write prefix, that is plus plus x, then what will happen? The value of the variable, that is a, will be incremented first, then it will be assigned. But in case of a postfix, the value of variable a first assigned, then the content of a gets incremented. Okay, so this thing you have to remember to understand every program that is related to your plus plus or minus minus operator. So I will take some examples in this lecture to make you understand how exactly plus plus and minus minus operator executes. So for that I have already written a simple program over here. So the program here is showing 3 lines where I have taken two variables, that is one is x and another one is y, and x is assigned with a value 5. So let us execute it by the compiler. So when the compiler executes it, what he will find, when we execute the program, then one variable, let's say x, will be created, his name is x, and another variable y gets created, and this memory location will be assigned with the name y. Then I have assigned 5 to x, so 5 gets allocated to x. Now let us execute this line to understand how it works. So as you can see, these are the prefix operator. So what is the meaning of prefix operator? As I have already told you, in case of a prefix operator, the value of the variable incremented first, then it will be assigned to the variable. Okay, so here this is prefix. So what is the value of x initially? So it gets incremented. So it incremented to 6 first. Okay, but it will assign the value at last, means after executing all the expressions, it will be assigned at last. So this is 6 according to this prefix operator. Then we come to this place. Again we have to increment the value. So previous value of x is 6. So here it gets updated to 7. Now there is no expression left. Okay, and obviously whenever a compiler executes this statement, first it will perform the first two operands operation, because two operand can only be executed at a time. So he will increment the value to 7, then he started assigning the value to x. So when this value gets assigned to x, so this will be assigned as 7, and obviously this also converted into 7. So whenever this value get assigned, then the operation gets performed. So that means 7 plus 7 will be 14. So 14 will be actually assigned to y. Now what is the value of x then? So x has already incremented 2 times, and initial value of x is 5. That's why the value of x will be 7. So the answer must come as for x value it should show you x is equal to 7, and for y it should show you 14. So let us run the program and let us see whether it is happening or not. So if I'll run this code, you can see x gets printed as 7, as I have already told you, and y gets printed as 14. Hope you understand the concept. Now let us take other example. So let me delete it first. Then suppose I will write another code here. let's say I want to add another x plus plus over there, plus plus x. Now let us try to understand this. So if I'll make it three statement in this expression, so three statement means I'm trying to tell you that here every plus plus x or x plus plus represents one term over here. So if the question something like this is given, so actually what happened, the execution never means the compiler never execute all these three variable at a time. What he will do, he generally execute the first two values, then after finding the result of this part, he will again execute this part. Okay, so let us first execute the first two values, means two term that is associated with this expression. So how it is done, let us understand this. So first of all, as I have already told you, this is a pre-increment statement. So first of all, the value gets incremented, that is 6. Then it goes to this place. It will be not assigned because first of all the increment has been done, then only the assignment will be taken place. So 5 becomes 6, then 6 becomes 7 here. So as I have already told you, only this part gets executed first, this part only. After the result has been obtained of this part, then we will add for this part. Okay, so 6 and it gets 7. Now 7 will be assigned to x, then again this 7 will be assigned to this x also. So in total what do we get? We get 14 as the output for this particular part. So now the value is actually 7 plus 7, which is 14, right? So again after executing this part value is already over. Now we get y as 14 and x as 7. So this part is already over. Now we will move to this part. So whenever we saw this expression, so previously what is the value of x? X is 7. So first of all we have to increment the x value, so which is incremented to 8. Now is there any other expression available? No. Then we have to assign this newly incremented value to x. So what is the value? So it will be 8. So previously after executing this part, what is the value previously we get? That is 14. So 14 plus 8 becomes 14 plus 8, that is 22. So the answer will be x must print as 8 and y must be printed as 22. So let's see whether the output is coming or not. So let me save this first, Control S. Now run it. So you can see y comes as 22, as I have already told you, y comes as 22 and x comes as 8. Now let me add another term to this expression so that it will be more clearer to you. So if I'll write another expression over here, plus x. Okay, so in this particular lecture we will concentrate on only plus x, and in the next lecture we will concentrate on x plus plus, and finally we will combine both the things. So you will get a complete picture how exactly the executions are taking place. Well, so as I have already told you, first which expression will be executed? First of all, this expression gets executed. The first two term will get executed. Then we will, whatever result we will get, it will execute this part. Okay, after finding the result of this 3, then again this part gets added. So let us understand it, how it is done. So it is done something like this. So x is given as 5. So this is the pre-increment part. So first of all x is incremented to 6. Then it comes here, it will not assign. Why it is not assigned? Because still the prefix operation has not been finished. So x becomes 6. So when we come here, x will be pre-incremented, so that means first incrementation will be done, that is 7. So 6 becomes 7. So we will execute for this 2 only. Then we will assign this x7 value to x7. Here also automatically this becomes 7. So entirely what we get? We get y as 14 up to this. Okay, remember this is execution is up to this only. Still the execution has not been finished. Now what is the value of x here? So x becomes 7. Okay, so after executing this 2, we get this 2 value. Now after executing it, we will execute this line. So this is plus x. So plus x means first of all we have to increment it. So what is the value of previous expression? The previous expression x value is 7, so it will be first incremented. So we'll increment to 8. Okay, we will not execute this one because one by one, phase by phase it will be executed. So it is 8 now. So after incrementing, he will assign the value. So he will assign the value to x, that is 8. So previously this expression resulted in 14. So 14 plus 8 is how much? 22. So now this old value gets deleted. Y becomes 22 now after executing up to this, and x value is how much? X value is 8. So previous value get deleted. Then the compiler will include this value. So this value means again it is plus plus x. So if it is plus plus x, what is the previous value of x? That is 8. So this value will be 9 now. Now there is no expression, so 9 will be assigned. So we will assign 9 to it. So after assigning, we have to add again. So previous up to this, already we have calculated the value of y, that is 22. Now 22 get added with 9. So what will be the value? 22 plus 9 will be 31. So the previous value gets deleted and y we will get as 31. Now what is the value of x? The previous value get deleted, x got 9. So now what output we will see? We will obviously see x as 9 and y as 31. So let us see, let us run it and try to check whether it is coming or not. Let me first save it, Control S. So run it. Sorry, it is not saved yet. So let me first save it. Control S, it is saved now. So let us run it. So you can see x comes as 9 and y comes as 31 at here. You can see here x comes as 9 and y comes as 31. Similarly, if I'll say that if I'll add another plus plus x over here, so what should be the output? You are right. So what should be the output? You can easily say over here. So now that after executing up to this we have already executed. So what is the value of x now? X is 9 and y as 31. So whenever another statement will be appear, then this value first incremented. So 10 will be assigned. 10 will be incremented to 10. Then it must be assigned to this. So this will be 10. So what should we get? So this 31 plus 10, which is equal to 41. So y will be assigned with 41. And this x value, the old value, gets deleted and x value will be 10. So let us see whether this is coming or not. So for that, let me save this program first. Control S. So now it is saved. So let us run it. So you can see, so we get y is equal to 41 and x is equal to 10. So as I have already told you, we will get x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 41. So this is how the increment operator, pre-increment operator works. In the next class, what we will do is we will use the post increment part. So you will be more clear whenever we will discuss those part. So stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.